Emma lived in a world of colour. She lived in Rosewood, a town known for its charm. Emma was different. She saw souls, not faces. Her paintings captured the essence of a person. Each stroke held a whisper of their spirit.
People would travel for miles to have their portrait painted by Emma. They said her paintings were magical.
They said she could see right through them. They said she captured their very soul.
Emma never understood what they meant. She just painted what she saw. She poured her heart into every stroke. But deep down she longed for something more. She longed to be understood. And she longed to find a love as true as the colours on her palette. One rainy afternoon, Emma stumbled upon an ancient bookstore. The shop was filled with the scent of old paper. The shelves were overflowing with forgotten treasures. She felt a strange pull towards a dusty leather-bound book tucked away in a corner. Its title was The Enchanted Portrait.
The book told the story of a magical paintbrush. It was said to have the power to bring the artist's truest love to life.
Emma was captivated. Could such a thing be real? Could she paint her own love story? The book spoke of a hidden mansion. It spoke of a secret room, and it spoke of a paintbrush that shimmered like moonlight. Emma knew she had to find it. This was the adventure she had been waiting for. This was her chance to paint her own happy ending. The old mansion stood on a hill overlooking Rosewood. It had been empty for years. People said it was haunted. Emma wasn't afraid. She was determined. She had the book in her hands. It led her through overgrown gardens. It led her past crumbling statues. It led her to a hidden door in the back of the mansion.
The air inside was thick with dust. Moonlight streamed through a broken window, illuminating a single easel. And there, resting on the easel, was the paintbrush. It shimmered like stardust. This was it. This was the magic I had been searching for.
The book had warned her. The paintbrush could only be used once. She had to choose her subject wisely. She had to paint with her whole heart, and she had to believe in the magic. Emma returned to her studio. The mansion felt like a distant dream. The paintbrush felt warm in her hand. She closed her eyes. She imagined her true love. She imagined a man with kind eyes and a gentle soul.
She picked up the paintbrush and let the magic guide her hand. She painted all through the night. She poured all her hopes and dreams into her masterpiece. And as the sun began to rise, she painted the final stroke.
There, on the canvas, stood a man. He had kind eyes and a gentle smile. He looked back at Emma as if seeing into her very soul. And in that instant, the painting came to life. Lucas, the man from the painting, stepped out of the canvas. He was even more real than Emma could have imagined. He was kind and gentle, just as she had painted him. He looked at her with wonder in his eyes.
Emma, it's like I've known you forever.
Lucas, I can't believe you're here.
They spent hours talking that first day. They talked about their dreams. They talked about their fears. They talked about everything and nothing at all.
I've never felt so understood.
It was as if Lucas was a part of her that had been missing. Lucas was everything Emma had ever dreamed of. He was kind, compassionate, and adventurous. He loved Rosewood as much as she did. He loved her paintings, her laughter, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about the things she was passionate about.
Your art, Emma, it's like windows into your soul.
Emma and Lucas were inseparable. They explored the hidden paths of Rosewood together. They shared picnics under the shade of ancient oak trees. They danced in the moonlight, their laughter echoing through the quiet streets.
This is perfect, Lucas. Every moment with you is perfect.
Lucas was fascinated by everything in Rosewood. He loved listening to the stories of the townspeople. He loved exploring the antique shops and art galleries. He loved watching Emma paint.
Your paintings, Emma, they're magical. They capture the essence of everything you love.
They spent lazy afternoons reading books in the park. They shared ice cream cones on warm summer evenings. They whispered secrets under the starlit sky. Every moment with Lucas was a precious gift. A gift that Emma knew wouldn't last forever.
I wish this could last forever, Lucas.
Me too, Emma, me too.
As the days grew shorter, Lucas began to fade. The magic was beginning to wane. He grew tired easily. His skin lost its warmth. His once vibrant colors began to dull.
I tried to be brave. I tried to focus on the time we had left together. But the thought of losing Lucas was like a weight on my chest. I didn't know what I would do without him. He had become my world.
Don't be sad, Emma. I know my time is running out, but I'll always be a part of you. Keep painting. Keep our love alive in your art.
Lucas smiled sadly, knowing his time was running out. He told Emma not to be sad, to keep painting, and to keep their love alive in her art. The day Lucas faded away was the saddest day of Emma's life. She sat in her studio surrounded by paintings of their adventures and wept. The world felt empty without him. The colors seemed dull, the air felt heavy.
I picked up my paintbrush, the same brush that had brought Lucas to life, and began to paint. I painted our first meeting. I painted our laughter. I painted our love. And as I painted, I felt Lucas's presence beside me. I felt his warmth. I felt his love. I knew that he would always be a part of me, living on in my heart and in my art.
Emma continued to paint. She poured all her grief and love into her art. Her paintings became a tribute to Lucas and the love they had shared. People flocked to her studio, drawn to the raw emotion in her work.
They said my paintings were filled with a bittersweet beauty. They said they could feel the love in every brushstroke. They said my art reminded them of the power of love, even in the face of loss. I knew Lucas was with me, every step of the way. I could feel his presence when I stood before a blank canvas, and when I mixed my paints. I felt his love in the way the light hit my paintings in the morning.
Emma knew Lucas was with her every step of the way. She felt his presence when she stood before a blank canvas and when she mixed her paints. She felt his love in the way the light hit her paintings in the morning. Emma never forgot Lucas. She kept his memory alive through her paintings, and as the years passed, her paintings transformed Rosewood. They filled the town with a sense of magic and wonder.
People came from all over the world to see Emma's art. They said her paintings had the power to heal a broken heart. They said they could feel the love that had inspired them.
They said that Rosewood was a town enchanted by love.
And so, I, the artist of Rosewood, lived out my days surrounded by love, loss, and the enduring power of art. I knew that even though our time together had been fleeting, Lucas would always be a part of me, living on in the vibrant colors of my enchanted world.
Emma knew that even though their time together had been fleeting, Lucas would always be a part of her, living on in the vibrant colors of her enchanted world.